Hi guys, it's Mike, back for a little bit of Kerbal Space Program. Quite enjoying this playthrough actually, I'm eager to get places. Last episode we managed to upgrade our launch pad, so we can now go bigger and better. Yeah, we're not limited by that 30 tons anymore, and last episode we managed to achieve orbit. So, well, at least we'll be able to get in orbit quite sensibly with about 30 tons to orbit is quite harsh. And it looks like there's going to be a new update to Kerbal Space Program pretty soon. Not sure exactly when, but 1.0, which is full release. Basically, it's going to be Kerbal Space Program as they set out to do when they first started. Obviously, it's gone beyond that now. And people obviously are going to expect more. They've said they'll continue development. Hopefully bigger and better things to come. But 1.0, it's going to, probably got to test this thing now, is going to allow female Kerbals for starters. There are women playing the game, I know there are. I haven't seen any on YouTube, but I know there must be. And it's going to allow being able to pick a point along your route and select it, and instead of time skipping it will just take you to that point, so no more missing your manoeuvre nodes because you're a bit slow on the keys, which is going to be good. That's going to be very good. We'll go off and do this contract DT38, we'll just get that out of the way. And then we'll look at, I was hoping there'd be an orbit rescue by now, but usually after you do your first orbit, usually some idiots left up there somewhere. So we'll go and, we've got 67 points to spend. Yeah, we were going to decide what to do, weren't we? That's right. Planey bits. Now, plane bits might be interesting. Cobble together some sort of rocket plane and visit some of those local areas. They're kind of interesting, but struts are useful, but not always there. Batteries are very useful, however, if we're going to the moon. Exceptionally, these are useful. 3 of these is better than 1 220 odd thrust engine. I personally think I'll go for the Science Junior and the batteries, and also this altimetry sensor, which will basically give you a relief contour map of whatever you're scanning, whatever object you're scanning, be it Minmus or the moon, the Mun, or wherever you go. It works. It actually works as a real scanner as well. It doesn't, like some other mods, it doesn't reveal a pre-generated map. It actually scans the surface, and it's amazing that it actually does a real job. So when you're scanning, you actually, you've got to take aperture and all that. The closer you are to the ground, the narrower your scan. And the higher you are, the more you'll cover, but the lower the resolution. So yeah, it's actually a working thing. I'm quite impressed by the guy that did that. Right, so yeah, we spent those science points. We've got 22 left, which is not enough to buy anything. And yeah, we'll talk a bit more about 1.0. So yeah, it's not going to be great, and I was tempted to stop right now and not bother doing any more episodes until 1.0 is out. But it's not really going to be a game changer. There's going to be a lot of cool extra new features. I mean, new aerodynamics. The mod Ferromera Space, well, we're kind of incorporating the same system in. So that is more than likely going to break Ferromera Space until it's patched, and then they're also including a load of new big plane parts, big plane wings. I mean, basically it's the same as including Param into the vanilla game. So that's going to be interesting. Plane development is something I think they should give you early on, you know. I'm quite upset that the jet engine and wings come after the rocket and not before. They should come before. You should be able to play around with planes, or even possibly, if you're clever enough, make orbit with a plane before you even get into orbit with a rocket. Because you'd think, you know, you'd learn to fly with a plane first before you learn to fly in a rocket, but maybe that's the backstory for this place. Maybe that's just the way it is. Yeah, so lots of interesting things coming up soon. I'll try and keep you kind of updated as I get news, if you don't know. There's not really... I'm so bunged up with cold as well. I mean, I live in England and at the moment we're below freezing with occasional snow. And you know, I'm just sitting here with a duvet wrapped around me. I've got the worst kind of cold I've had for a long time. And my head is pounding. I didn't want to do this. Ooh, it's that one. I didn't want to sit and film all bunged up. You can probably hear it. I dosed myself up to the eyeballs because this really is the only opportunity I'm going to get to do this. If I wait, I'm just going to get into one of my regular busy weeks and filming will be lost to time, basically. So I'm going to try this out. That should lift us. Oh no, so let's just do this. Basically, all we've got to do is make it cross to the water and test this. Well, I like the idea of having them actually, because we haven't researched them yet, I don't think. Maybe we have actually. Maybe we have. The old radial mounts, I've got 2 of them. Pop them on there. Shoving those down on just for looks, shall we? Aerodynamics. Way too big. Such a not a robot out of Star Wars or something. I'm just joking with that. Maybe we're going to get to fly. It's not really going to earn much in the way of points. So, let me really have you show stuff. Are you an engineer? You're testing a part. That's about right. So yeah, we're just going to get it over to the water, smash it down. End of tested part. There you go. And thank you, ma'am. Oh my god, my head. I'm going to reward myself with a nice cinnamon bun when I've done this. It's sitting there staring at me. Knows it's getting eaten. Knows. Alright, never mind, I don't need to do need to not have a parachute more. Cut the engine out. And it will come up. God damn it, you idiot, Mike. Just recover that. What balls up. You can see that's the headache kicking in. Shouldn't be doing this, but bollocks. Done a few things with a headache before now. I'm thinking he's one of them. Let's just double check that crew. Yeah, still got Shelster in there. Shelster, let's get you up. That counted as a flight. You see, he had a little bit of experience on his bar. Yeah, the basics. Always got to pay attention to detail in this game. staging is probably one of the most important things in Kerbal, to be honest. Yeah, it's probably one of the most important things. I want the chutes to go before we test that part. That there. 50% to do. No SAS, but we don't need it, we're going to make water. And then we need to get rid of it. Like the same, we've just got to land in the water. I just notice a difference without the stability assist. Seems very sluggish all of a sudden. When you're in their shell stuff, they just drop you in the water and then will recover you. They're just like me chatting about in your training. I presume they have some sort of training for each mission. Personally, I just stuck them in there and launch them. Tell them about it on the way. What we'll be doing today is going to do it for 5 years. That'll do. Yeah, so there'll be new physics effects, new drag effects, new lift effects. Just lost a tooth recently and going to make me say effects over and over. Just to insult me. Yeah, lots of new effects. And female Kerbals, yeah, that'd be good. What else was that? Oh yeah, resources. Interstellar refueling will be a thing. You know, picking fuel up off of asteroids and comets and drilling for it below the surface of some of the planets that are out there. There was a mod called oh god damn it, it's something with a K. Oh no, it's gone. Brain's not working tonight, boys. Ketone, that was it. Something to do with ketone. Where you could yeah, you could mine resources and stuff. I think I saw Scott Manley doing it once. Basically, you mine the resources and fill up your ship and move on, which would be interesting. Means you could maybe make it to Minmus, refuel fully, and then from there hop on to Juna, you know, with like a full fuel load. Might be interesting, might be the way to do it. Why go all the way from Earth? That's, you know, fill up in Juna orbit, some space station around Juna, and you have some space station around Minmus, and you just go backwards and forwards between them, and yeah, make space travel pretty routine really. Because with going to Juna, fuel is the factor. We can't do nothing there, we can't get a sample because we've got one. All we've got to do is hit space, test those bits, splash down, and recover. And the contract happily fulfilled. Now we'll head over and see what we got. I'm hoping for a rescue. Well, I am and I aren't. If there's no rescue mission available, XP gained, there's no rescue mission available, then I think maybe we'll take the moon contract and we'll try a blind shot at the moon. No, it says how much I think of these visual surveys that I would below 18,000 metres in the camera's drop. I'd rather go to the moon than do one of them. Very strong flight. Visual surveys of Kirby. Our rescue. Andrus Kirby. Do we want an Andrus to work? Andreas Kerman in our space program. Andreas. Andy. Let's call him Andy. Andy Kerman. We want him. Small gear bay orbiting Kerbal. Slap on the side of the ship when I go up to rescue Andy, I suppose. Shall we rescue Andreas Kerman without? Yeah. I'll think about this because we'll be doing this without patch conics. I've only got 86,000 and I think it's a lot more than that. Patch conics. Just go and decide before we do that. 210. Oh god. Let's have a look, see what orbit he's in. That's not even a shame, so I'll take the contract. No, it's not. Then we could make one of these in a ship. Little spaceship. 18,000 feet. Just fly through that zone and do what science they need and then quickly drop down and get picked up. Not sure we're going to do a covert perimeter. Yeah, couldn't get across there. But, you know, like I said, I'm more inclined to take the orbital mission. Now, I believe. No, we still got these. Really disgusting. Command point. On top of that, we need another command point. This will be our basic rescue ship. Worry about the chutes and stuff in a bit. We need about 600 crew at least, and then we're relying on boosters to get us up. No one more. Maybe with a couple of them. We're keeping the park count quite nicely, I think. You don't need to use the maximum number of parts really. Go with a lot less if you like. Go with the lower thrust gimbal engine, because you need that gimbaling if you're going to take. They're most useful when dealing with boosters. If you're taking up a load of boosters, you can take gimbaling engines with you really. A, you don't need as much thrust because the boosters are doing most of the work. And, you know, you just sometimes get the balance slightly wrong or they start leaning off to one side. The gimbal engine will counteract most of that. We'll do a quick triple symmetry on this. Our boosters. Big buggers, I like the even bigger buggers. Part clipping is a thing, so don't want to be on there wonky that way. Luckily in the middle of the boosters, so I shouldn't need to slot them off there. Should still have a few parts left. Yeah, another thing that's going to be coming to Kerbal 1.0 is it's some sort of, you can press a button and it's like an engineering report to actually tell you what's right or wrong about your ship. You know, like there's not enough thrust or it's off balance or things like that. It would just point them out to you. You can just get an engineering report. No idea if it costs money or not. Basics, it's a bit sketchy at the moment. We put this in. So a bit of aerodynamics. I'm not using that. I want these to separate cleanly, so I'm going to have to try and get 3 separatrons if we can. We have separatrons. Yes. I want them to basically boost away outwards without rotating too much. Should work. Could put parachutes on them, but no. We may get the launch in for this episode. Another 10 minutes to run. Don't know how do you guys feel anyway? I mean, let me know now. Just drop a comment or something if you want the longer episodes. We're going to do a whole mission which could last an hour, or you want me to do the same hour but chop it into 2 half-hour missions, maybe. Not sure how you guys feel about that. We have batteries now. Yeah, I'll fill up the batteries after we can take some science off. Yeah, I think we could be incredibly cheeky here. Okay, sorry, that one's the root part. I can change that over to the root part, but that's alright. It's fine. It's alright. Yeah, I'm going to be cheeky and shove that in there. And we need some chutes. These ones. And 3 symmetry. Come around here so I don't interfere with the doors. It's the doors right there. Okay. Hopefully that should hang like a dumbbell, like a yo-yo. We'll call this rescue 1, and this will be our regular rescue craft until we can come up with a design that beats it. Oops, done that before, spent ages building a ship and then hit the blue button. Ooh, and that. Carrying altitude. So this is where you have one with me probably, which would fail. Right, a few minor adjustments. Bring these down, balance them a little bit more. And also, keep the fuel the same, but I'm going to limit the thrust. About 75% or so. Doesn't really matter, but it says try and hit it precisely. About 75%. Right, so they should burn for a bit longer than normal boosters, and I can keep this engine off for the most part, probably till we get to about 10,000 feet maybe. Save those changes. We've got 6 parts left. These on. We do care about boosters recovery. I'm not even sure that. No, because I'll have to keep them within 3 miles visual range for them, or they despawn, so not much point in doing that. We certainly can put a few batteries in. That'll do us enough power. Power won't be an issue in a quick around the planet orbit without much in the way of transmission done. for that transmission. One of these new thingies on. Yeah, so as and when information becomes available for 1.0, it's going to be basically, they're not going to stop development. They're probably going to carry on at the same kind of rate, but there won't be any major features. It's going to be a series of refinements and smaller features. Maybe some atmospherics or something at a later stage. Just get this baby on the shut. Okay. Not enough funds. Not enough funds. Right. Yeah. Right, oh yeah, there's that stupid... What's that stupid thing, wasn't there, with the stupid dirty contract we took. Okay. Let's trim this baby down. So batteries weren't that necessary in the first place. It's going to be a challenge. Last for silence. It's going to be a lot more basic than I thought. Mind you, I haven't accepted the contract yet. That's going to affect funds. So maybe being a bit premature taking everything off actually. I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket, but yeah, look, let's leave that rocket brewing for a minute. Pardon me. Coffee repeating on me. Trying to keep dosed up with caffeine to keep me cold at bay. Paracetamol. And more. Right now, 19,000. Orbit. That's more of a space plane thing. I could also accept explore the moon. Can I accept explore the moon? We're going to the moon anyway. Even if I burn my project, we're screwed, so. And if this fails, then we'll have to accept the moon contract and do some local work. This could be a... Yeah, and another thing for 1.0 endgame, there will be a game over if you're judged, like for instance, if I'm sort of way behind schedule, or I constantly keep failing into new contracts, or I don't live up to expectations basically, it's going to be lights out, then it'll be game over. At the moment, there's no game over in Kerbal. Pretty safe place to put batteries, I think, so. And let's just put it here for symmetry. These are massless parts anyway. I could use clipping and just merge it in there and just really save that. Right, so we have our two pods. We don't have our parachutes. Double. Let's go to triple. Alright, tell you what. We'll do that, let's put them up here. It's as good as a want to go on here. We've still got the fuel, yeah, we'll go that one. And these have moved up a bit. Back to the original one. What does it say? Yeah, we've got great, let's do this, let's launch this Jacksepticeye special. I like Jack's videos actually, he does some funny stuff. Right, so we want these boosters going up first with 3 of them, and the Septitrons and them. That and that together. Separate it now. So we can pop our chutes a bit later. Right, when we come back with part 2 of this mission, which will be episode 5 I believe, yes, we can just do that, we'll launch, we'll get the guy, we'll bring him down, and that'll be one mission, and then we'll go to the moon. Okay, bye bye for now, and I'll see you in a little while.